Now, 2022 has been an absolutely crazy year for me. I've made plenty of mistakes and hence have learned plenty of lessons as well. So in this video, I'm going to be sharing the 5 biggest things that I'll be carrying forward into 2023 to absolutely crush it in the following year. Hey, what's up you guys? I'm the Nerdy One and this is the channel where I use video games to make sense of the blockchain. Now, I did a ton in 2022. For one, I became obsessed with educating myself more financially. I also dipped my little toes into cryptocurrency land, sold a bunch of JPEGs for money, lost some money to scams, but absolutely fell in love with the technology of the blockchain. Oh, and let's not forget, I also played a crap ton of video games, and I also started this YouTube channel where I discuss video games, the blockchain, and just really nerdy stuff to hopefully educate and inspire other gamers and nerds out there just like me. So overall, 2022 was a pretty fun year for me, and I absolutely cannot wait to bring it all forward into 2023. So the first thing that I want to share is that the biggest opportunity of our lives will be coming up in the following years. You see, our global economy is currently going through an economic recession. I mean, inflation is still sky high, there's still a debt crisis going on, and people are just getting laid off left and right, so things are generally just not looking good. So how does this all translate into the biggest opportunity of our lives? Well, you see, throughout history, when things actually looked like they couldn't get any worse, just like the 2008 crash, those were really the times where the investors, where the people who doubled down to actually accumulate money to purchase assets, real estates, they were the millionaires of the next coming decade. And that's what I want to share with you, that this is really the time, if you're anything like me who's working a 9-to-5 job, who's trying to figure out how to pay off his debt, who's trying to figure out how to get a house, this is the time to really educate yourself. Be prepared to invest in real estate, invest in stocks, invest in cryptocurrency. You have to get educated and you have to have the dry powder to actually start accumulating these assets. It does not mean that in 2023 everything is just going to go back up again, but what I'm saying is that this is the time to start paying attention to the market, paying attention to how you can actually invest so that you can prepare for the financial future that you want. As for the second thing that I want to share is that getting yourself financially educated is one of the most important things you can do right now. You see, I got really obsessed this year trying to understand how to invest, how to accumulate massive wealth, because I just didn't understand why some people had to live paycheck to paycheck whilst others can actually accumulate millions and millions of dollars and actually live the dream lives that they want. Well, I wanted to be on the side that can live financially free, that can actually give my wife, my family, myself, the life that I actually want and deserve. And I want you out there to know that every one of you watching this video can do that as well, but it all starts by getting yourself financially educated first. So what I did was that I watched a ton of videos to try to figure out how to invest, how do I actually leverage my skills to generate more income, and how to actually have the mindset to be a business owner or a long-term investor, so that way I build the conviction to continuously invest when other people are scared, when other people are afraid to do what needs to be done. And that's what I'm looking to accomplish throughout the next few years. As for the third thing that I want to share on what I learned in 2022 is that video games are going through a massive shift right now. Now, I'm a huge nerd and I absolutely love freaking video games. And what I found out this year is that in 2022, there was a ton of developers, really talented people actually shifting towards developing blockchain video games. Now, this is a really cool emerging tech. I don't have time on this video to actually go about it, but make sure you guys go ahead and check out this video over here where I covered the top 5 blockchain video games that I'm excited for in 2023. Now, there's a bunch of cool things about blockchain video games, but the biggest change is that it's gonna revolutionize how we actually own digital assets in video games. And for those of you who are actually willing to take the risk, of course none of this is financial advice, but if you're willing to, there is actually an option to invest in the tech growing in the blockchain gaming space. This is something that I'm very passionate about sharing on this channel, so make sure you guys like and subscribe to the channel if you want to know more about blockchain video games. As for the fourth thing that I want to share with you is that content creation is a very powerful tool. Now, I want to get a little personal here, saying that when I first started YouTube, it was very awkward for me. I'm not very big on social media. In fact, if you met me in person, I'm quite the introvert. I don't actually talk a lot, but I understood the potential, the power of having a personal brand. I mean, watching people like Mr. Beast, that guy is just generating millions of dollars and he's actually using all that to help so many people. Such an amazing thing, and I actually want to be a part of that. I want to actually leverage the power of YouTube, the power of content creation from TikTok, Instagram, whatever it is, as uncomfortable as I am with social media, I'm willing to actually go through the motions to understand how to navigate this better and to be a better content creator myself. So for those of you out there who have a passion, who have something you want to share with the world, I highly encourage you to just do it. It doesn't matter if your content is going to be good or not. In fact, the first few videos are absolutely gonna suck, but you're gonna get better with each video. And eventually you'll reach a point where you'll be in a position that can actually give you opportunities, open doors that you might not have even imagined. I mean, I want to use my platform to educate people on investments, to help more people be financially free, and of course to share my passion about video games. So this is something that of course I'm very passionate about, and I just want to get it out there that if you are an aspiring content creator, go ahead and just start it off and see where things go. Good luck to you. And the fifth and last thing that I want to share with you that I've learned in 2022 is simply the power of taking responsibilities for your actions. You see, only you, yes, you, are the person who is responsible for your successes and your failures. You see, you really cannot control anyone else's actions. The only action that you can actually control is yourselves. So you see, when you actually encounter a situation where something went wrong, it is very easy to blame other circumstances. Say you're not making enough money at your job, you can blame your boss, you can blame your shitty job, but you actually need to think about what you can actually control. What skills do you have? What are the actions that you can do to generate more income? What can you do to better your lives? And that's what I want you to take away. Understand that with all the obstacles that you're facing, and life has a ton of them, just really focus on what you yourself can do. Things are going to happen, things are going to go wrong, but that is really just out of your control. So focusing on what you can do, that is really the key to succeeding in life. That is the key to how many people succeed in life. So I encourage you the next time that you're tempted to blame something or someone else, take a good look at yourself and think, how can you actually act or think differently to change the situation in the future? So there you go. Those were the 5 things that I'll be carrying forward into 2023 to help guide my actions, to make sure that I have a higher possibility for success as I progress towards my goals in 2023. Of course, I still have plenty to learn, so make sure you guys leave a comment below on what are your goals for 2023 and what are you taking from 2022 to help you actually succeed and be better in the coming years. Now, if you enjoyed this kind of content, make sure you go ahead and like the video and subscribe to the channel for more. And go ahead and check out this video over here on the top 5 blockchain video games that I recommended earlier. Highly recommend you guys check out. That is the bread and butter on my channel. I love video games, I like the blockchain, and I hope to see you guys again very soon. Peace.